Hey everyone, and welcome. I am Kim Beegler and I am here in the mill, but just for a minute because we have a special end to our Calliope knit along Zoom that is coming up. But I wanted to pop in and say hi. Welcome, anybody new, welcome. This episode is going to be, we did a sweater knit along in 2 months. And so we just talk a bit about finishing that up, what sweaters are done. We pick some winners and we just talk about knitting sweaters and the next project, the next along project that we're gonna do. I wanted to share one thing, and also if you're coming back to me, thank you. If you did the knit along, big special thank you. If you didn't, but you're thinking about doing the next, we're gonna do a spin to knit or crochet along next. So join us. It was fun and it definitely inspired finishing the project. That was the fastest I've ever knit a sweater. So I just this morning, I don't have it on because I was, it actually is blocking currently. I'll probably put a picture as the thumbnail for this video of it blocking out. And Jen, we do talk about blocking, or to anybody who's like, let's talk about blocking things when you're done. We do talk about that. So, but I wanted to show you, I had my water ready and I was like, oh, I probably should weave my ends in. And because I was knitting this with a wool and mohair, so I was holding 2 yarns together, that made for extra fun weaving in the ends, getting those both on the needle. So I finally was like, you know what, where's that needle threader I have? Game changer. And I have a few of these in the online shop and I'm gonna order 1 million more. Because I can never do this again without a needle threader. But I have got these adorable needle threaders here. It's a little ladybug, it's just cute. So how does it work, you say? Magic. So you just take your needle, and it does have a teeny tiny, see the teeny tiny hook on that end, or a slightly bigger hook on this end. So needle, you stick this in, and you all, as I am aging, my eyes have changed drastically and I have a very hard time. I wear contacts, but I can't see close up with my contacts in. So trying to thread a needle is one of those things. Like doing my dog nail trims, I have to it's just a mess. It's just a mess. There's never the right place. Okay, so our needle is in. I've got my 2 threads. You just put your thread right there and then you pull your needle through. And then look at that. Have you ever seen anything so easy in your life? So I'll put a couple of these in my online shop. I will order some more. So if you don't get one and you want one, you can get one soon. Or you could find them elsewhere for sure. Look at that. So that probably cut my weaving in ends time in half because I wasn't sitting there trying to I could get the wool through, but I couldn't get the mohair through. And this little sucker has been sitting for me for months and months and months. I had this in, I think it was a gift in Fiber Club, probably in the Yarn Club too, when I had that a long time ago. So, and it's been sitting, set aside for me to use. And now I may never be apart from it because amazing. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's go ahead. We talk about the knit along, we kind of review it, we pick some winners. Feel free to email me or I will contact you. Most of you were in Ravelry, so I will contact you that way to work out getting your prizes to you. And what I didn't mention was that for all the people who did not win, because this was our first go at this, and I appreciate all of you that jumped in. It was so much fun. Everybody who didn't get a prize, if you were in the thread and you posted, you had to have posted that you actually cast this sweater on. If you were in the thread or you contacted me outside and you didn't win a prize, you're all getting a $10 online gift card to Ewethful. So winners all around, right? Winners all around. So keep an eye out for that because I will probably message you via Ravelry for most of you to get an email to send that to. So thank you all again. And I hope that more of you join in on the next project because it was really fun and inspiring and kept the momentum going on that project. So without further ado, let's get to, and my heater's about to turn on. So let's go. Quick aside. I thought this week was going to be all about processing Fiber Club, which is a fun fiber, ups and downs to it. But this talk got too long. So it was going to be like an hour-long video. So next week will be all processing skirting, going through the whole process with Fiber Club with the fiber I used for Fiber Club for, what month is it? March. Okay, on to the show. I will see you all on the other side.
So I'm actually picked up the sleeve stitches.
Good job.
For my second sleeve.
Oh,
you're nice.
So you're almost done. You're
Okay, so where
Yeah.
are you going with your sleeves? What did
Hold
you
on,
You know
hold
what?
on.
I
Wait,
kind of
hold on. We gotta start for reals.
Oh, are we gonna start for reals?
Starting now.
Okay, good. Okay.
Ready? Okay, everyone, we're here because the end of the Calliope knit along has arrived. Unless you're not done, and then keep going, obviously. But the date we set has come and gone, and so we are here, and we were just starting to chat, and we were going to forget. But Tammy, take it away because you're here and you're showing us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm not done. I still have one more sleeve. So I decided on my sleeves to copy Wendy. And I'm actually not doing them as long as yours, Wendy, and rolling them up. I'm just stopping at about there.
What I did.
Like Kim.
Yeah, just like yours.
I haven't blocked mine yet.
I think mine is a little longer, but I tried it on and I stood in the mirror like, oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with it. But
I love that
gorgeous
color.
Yeah, it's good.
What you can't tell in the camera is how soft it is. It's very soft.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with it. But we've had a lot of finishers, haven't we?
We had, including the three of us on screen, I think we had half of the people. We had about 26 people, 28 people doing it that I know of. And I'm sorry if I didn't catch you. I'm sorry. I tried to tell people to make sure to email me if they weren't in our Ravelry, but it looked like about 20, and I'd say half finished.
That is amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and we had like at least 2 brand new sweater knitters. At least 3 brand new sweater knitters.
Wow.
And I know at least one of them is done. And Jenny, or Jen, I get so stuck on people's screen names. Jen, she's doing the yellow one that is hard to miss because it's that beautiful yellow, and she's cranking too. But this is her like second knitting project ever. So, yeah, she's doing it, man. She's been doing it on a lot of beaches too. She's been knitting, I'll tell you, that lady.
Well, Cammie, that was her first sweater.
Yeah,
that was impressive. Yeah. So she's on to her next one. She was swatching for it the last time at the
she's
mill.
on her next sweater.
I know. She's a sweater knitter now, right? I was like, once you knit a sweater, it kind of becomes a game changer. Especially when you knit it in only 2 months.
You knit a sweater, and that was how I was too. I'm like, why am I doing these One Skein Wonder, as you can see, shawls that just hang here? I wear them, but not that often. And I love them, but I'm like, I would rather get a sweater's quantity of yarn.
If you can knit a sock, you can knit a sweater, because I think sweaters are easier than socks. Like learning how to knit a sock, it takes a while because you have to do gauge with that too. So until you learn that whole situation, it can be a disaster. But I think sweaters are easy.
Yeah.
And I took Christine's
it's all kind
advice.
of magic, but there's more magic in a sock than getting that little heel turn.
Yeah.
That's just pure magic.
And you have to get over you're worth it. You're worth the yarn. I know it's it's an investment. But once you do your first 2, you're like, I'm worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
I don't knit sweaters for other people though.
Gosh.
Heck no.
They have to be really knit worthy. And I can tell you, I've knit a lot of sweaters and they're all for me.
Because you're knit worthy.
That's right.
Definitely knit worthy. I know my sweater collection is growing in my class. I'm playing with my ends that are not woven. That's a nice reason to leave them. You just have something to twiddle with. My sweater collection is growing. Actually, even my hand spun sweater collection is growing too. So, Somebody asked before I finished, Jen, actually, speaking of Jen, she's like, what the heck is blocking?
Oh,
Because she's new, and I'll say too that I finished mine. I haven't blocked it yet because I was debating if I liked the length of it. Because mine, see if I can stand it. Mine is definitely, I did this size 1, so it's, and I didn't want it extra because lately my sweaters have been bigger and blockier, and I just didn't want it to be that. But then I thought, is it long enough? And I think once I block it, it will be. But Kathy I was messaging with Kathy who finished hers, and she said she thought the same thing, and then she blocked it, and she was like, it was perfect once I got blocked. So blocking Jen is just so, it was like Jen's a hand spinner, so I can allude it to that. Like it's the same thing as when you go to finish your yarn, you can use the same soap. You're just gonna put your sweater in there, leave it for like 15 minutes with some warm water and soap, like warm, not hot, warm. Sit it in there, pull it out. Don't do this to it, right? Anybody can jump in they want, but don't do this. Just like wrap it in a towel, or if you have like I bring mine to work and I put them in my washer here, and I just do a spin cycle on it. That's fine too. And then just lay it out flat. And if you want to, like I'm gonna do some like extra stretching on mine because I want this to go down a little bit and I want my length to go a little bit. So you can just block it out to the measurements you want, or to the size, you get to play with it. Or if you don't want it to stretch at all, make it, play it just as it is.
I just lay mine flat on the blocking boards. And then certain pieces that I want, like you, I just pin them out, or I have those little, they make me think of those little hairnet things that my mom had when I was growing up.
Oh, the combs.
Yeah, poofed your hair up. Yeah, I just kind of pull those out wherever I want it. Like if I want the sleeves a certain way or the bottom a certain way. But I just, I don't even let it soak for 15 minutes. I just basically let it get wet and kind of gently smoosh it out and roll it out in a towel. And I put my knees on it. You can also
let it be wet for an hour, like when you forget about it.
Which I have done. I would more occasions.
Yeah.
Then your water's nice and cool and you're ready to go.
Yep. So I pull it out. I lay it. I don't wring it, but I do kind of smoosh it a little.
Yeah, you have to.
Start on one end.
There's so much water.
Tease the water out and then lay it on towels and then roll it up and squish it a little more. And then I actually have, I think it's a big board for like insulation, like maybe you'd put in a window or something. Just foam. And I put a towel on that, and then you can either lay it flat or pin it if you want to like have the sweater remember when it dries, because however it dries, if a sleeve is too wide, you could even kind of snug it in. If you want the neck a little more stretchy, you could maybe either pull it out or pin it out, and then it just remembers when it dries. So
I'm the wild person that I have the spinner dryer. So I think the grocery girls were talking about it's called the Panda. And even if you take wash out of your washing machine, like just regular jeans or whatever, and you run it through that, it gets so much more water out.
Wow.
So
I've heard people using the salad spinners.
That I used to use the salad spinner.
Yeah. I might have one somewhere.
Good for hand spun. Like if you're at home and you're hand spinning, it's perfect for skeins of hand spun. Good size, right? It's your sweater. You really are gonna have to stuff in a salad spinner.
I know you really would.
But it's perfect for yarn, for hand spun yarn, or for smaller knitted projects. But it does get a lot of water out. I do that at home with hand spun and stuff, and it gets a lot out.
Yeah.
This is when I can shame the modern washing machine companies, because I mean, there was a time in 1970, whatever. No, you could put something in your wash and just put it on spin and it'd be fine, but not anymore.
Back in the Sears Roebuck days.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the top loaders. Yeah, forever.
Because those machines used to last forever.
I know. And all my kids had cloth diapers, and man, I tell you, I just spun the you know what out of them. And shook them out, and they went on the clothesline.
Yep.
We lived in Seattle. The air just blew dry them.
Wow.
Minutes. Yep.
Yeah, if you have an old school, like I have an old school washer at home, just be
Do you?
careful that you only put it on, but yeah, we have
Yeah.
one from Mitch's grandfather when he passed. He had an old top loader and I was like, here, we will take it. And that thing still will chunk. So if you have that, just be careful. Just be careful when you use when you put
You don't want to felt.
There's a lot of people I've heard like the horse story, like I hit the wrong button. Don't hit the wrong button. Only spin. That's it. So that's blocking, Jen, or for anybody. Blocking is crucial, especially when you're doing items like this. I mean, in general, there's a few pairs of socks maybe I didn't block so much, but for like finished
And
garments like this,
even if you're done knitting and the shape is like just what you're looking for, blocking it kind of evens out the stitches too. So you end up
and
perfect little hearts all the way round instead of like,
it relaxes the fabric, and it's like blocking is, to me, it's like magic. That's why I always block my swatches, because then I get a sense of how the fabric feels. It's like, I can't remember the name of the yarn you have.
the Ewetopia.
Ewetopia.
Yeah,
I worried because it felt crunchy to me, and I bought a sweater's quantity of it, and I went, oh, maybe I made a mistake here. And I did my swatch, a nice big beautiful swatch, and I soaked it, and then I just patted it out and let it dry, and it just flows. It's so soft.
Yeah,
I
it
would
really
have never
can change
expected that.
Yeah. It settles the wool back, especially wool. Settles it back in, right? Like it relaxes it, and so it can get a lot softer and handle depending on the yarn. Always a bonus. Okay, so we have to pick. Dang it, did I get up and not get a pen? I got up to get a pen, and then I just came and sat back down. Okay, so I figure Allison. Okay, actually, let's say this first. Wendy here on screen was the very first one to finish her sweater, but because we're punishing her because she's one of the four of us, so she gets nothing but our love and admiration for being the first, which is a lot. I mean, that's
and the finished
on
object.
Saturday. I'll bring
And
you
the
an
finished
extra donut.
Yeah. Did you say donut, Tammy?
I did hear donut.
I could.
The whole thing. We're done.
I know. That's
And
your
we're done.
that's Kim's love language. I've decided is donut.
And my birthday is next Saturday, so I will eat all the donuts that come my way over the next week from
I'll
Saturday.
bring them.
Not the 20th.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the next
29.
29th. What was I gonna say? So I was thinking, so Wendy finished hers on February 10th, right? You said?
Dude,
Oh no, that's like
crazy
3 weeks.
girl.
That's Elisa's style before she started hand spinning.
Yes.
I know.
True.
Surprising mostly myself. I found it to be a pretty quick knit.
Yeah.
See, this
It
is
is
about
okay.
normal. This is like 3
Also, there
months.
was a big stretch. Oversharing. There was a fair bit of like sitting in ER offices, and like there was unusual downtime where I had my knitting. So
See, I had
What
that
else you gonna
unusual
do?
downtime, but my brain was not focused enough to even
Mhm.
think about it. And I've been sitting in ERs since right after February 22nd. So
Yeah.
You have to think on the sleeve a little bit. I mean, that's true.
that's true.
The decreases for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got the decreases right.
I'm sure I didn't.
I didn't.
And
did.
no one's gonna know.
But they were
Wendy.
consistent. I did it 2 at a time.
Oh,
Magic
see,
loop with a
that's smart.
giant needle, giant cable. So at least they're consistent. So I know for a fact that I missed some of those, some of the timing on that, but it's fine.
So I'm just gonna jump in because I feel like I'm important.
Yeah, I want to see your sleeve.
So I did the long sleeve, and I did the decreases correctly, but it was I was like right after, oh, you need to start ribbing now, the length. And so I just went down, I used a 7 on the upper part, and then I used a 5 on the lower part. So I went down 2 needle sizes instead of 1. So it doesn't, it flares a tiny bit, but not too bad. And it worked.
Yeah, I have some flare. I have a fair bit of flare.
but not
Mhm.
bad, not too
Oh my
bad.
gosh, I'm so glad you said that. I panicked. I think I have the wrong needle size.
Yeah.
Because I think I used a 7 and I think I went down a size. This has got to be a 6. Oh, dude. You saved my tushy.
That's what I'm here for.
That's why she stepped in there.
We're
Just
gonna
use
find
your
out.
words. Check that
We're
needle
gonna
size.
find out.
Letter has been saved.
Boom, 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 boom. It's no, that's a 7. This is how fried my brain has been.
I understand.
I think it's still a 7. I think I'm so good.
Good. Because you only
Secrets of
technically
knitters.
technically in the pattern, she only has you change needle sizes after your top, right?
Yeah.
I didn't
Which is interesting.
I
I'm
didn't
not going to next time.
I didn't do it. I
Not-
didn't do it at all.
You're not going to change it here?
So I'm going to keep it 7 up here on the next one. And then I will here, I'll change it here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this, I mean, it's loose enough, but it could be, it doesn't look like they're loose, looks more like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
And this is
Yeah,
this
and
is
I
my
didn't want
loose.
And some of them made them so the collar
Yeah.
was way up here. I didn't want it. I wanted more like Wendy's.
I'm gonna block mine pretty hard, but it'll be about there, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I didn't, a lot of people I know changed the needle size. They went down a needle size for the ribbing. I did because I was knitting continental. And then what I did when I got to the ribbing is I just knit all my ribbing throwing because I knit tighter when I throw. So
Oh, sure.
it did the same, it had the same effect of taking it down just enough, I think.
Mhm.
We'll see after I block it, but my sleeves are so much shorter that
It does.
they're not going to get caught up on anything anyway. But I did that up here too. I did all my ribbing.
Yeah.
Technically throwing. And then the whole sweater is continental. So because I can't, it slows me down too much to continental back.
No, same.
I think I'm good. I'm checking my bag to make sure there's no 6s or 7s sitting in here.
Keep them away, far away.
No,
All right,
I'm just
so
gonna stick with my 7s.
grab a pen. And then we can,
I'm happier.
Okay, while you grab a pen, okay, Tammy. This for the next one, or okay, hold on.
What do you? Oh, you're making. Oh.
I know. I need you to think
So
about
what
that.
is
well,
that?
I think you should do
variegated-
it with
what
the
is-
mohair because you didn't do it with the mohair the first time.
What's the variegated yarn?
This is she doesn't dye anymore. It's yarn at home, Mom.
Okay.
It's so
And is
I
it
think you should do
fingering?
that.
Is it fingering?
Yep.
You do that one
All right.
with the mohair. You're
Okay.
gonna
Are
be
you
really
sad?
happy.
Are you feeling sad now? Because you could still do it in the other one.
No.
Okay. I think it'll be
I'm
so
sure
different.
I'm sure we're gonna find another knit along to do, right?
yes.
And DK is a good
Yes.
Oregon weight. So
We're gonna do a spin
We're
it
gonna do a
to
spin.
win it or whatever you call
Yeah.
it.
spin to spin a
And it'll
small-
probably be followed by another knit along, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, because we kind of. I think we're enjoying this a lot.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
It was fun. There's a lot of it was hard to keep up with
Good.
the rivalry sometimes.
Yeah, good
Um,
chit chats.
yeah, and people
Yeah.
not just the US, which is exciting and fun always.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking April, that gives us a month to come up with doing the spin to, I think we should have a knit pattern and a crochet pattern, but maybe
Here's what I thought: ball to shawl or bat to hat. But then Tammy was saying that not everybody knits hats. And then
say
I was
no
thinking
hat.
spin to win. That
I
was another
say,
one.
I thought this today of why no hat, because it's just gauge wise, it's harder to spin. I think for like, especially for people that are knit, I mean, it would be lovely for lots of people that have not knit with their spinning to use it. And I think a shawl is more, or a cowl we talked about, is a little
Oh,
more
yeah.
forgiving if you don't get to the right size, you know?
So
I think
ball
a cowl would be nice,
cowl,
and I don't
cowl.
know if the cowl.
Fluff to muff.
If
We are
Wendy,
getting racy now. We're
Mm-mm.
getting racy, Wendy.
I
Can
like
we get
that.
family friendly, please?
So if you could convince the other
Muff,
Wendy,
people. What are you
Oh, a buff. I
thinking?
thought you said muff.
I said
You can
muff.
say muff.
I said
You said
muff.
fluff to muff.
That's a buff.
She actually said fluffy
CFF.
muff, and I was like, Wendy, take it
No
back.
fluff, no fluff to muff.
Not
Okay,
Yeah,
fluff,
that's
but
still
we'll
not
work
okay.
on, we'll work on the project.
We're gonna work on the name.
That doesn't pass elementary. That's not going to be elementary grade.
Oh,
Although
Wendy.
nobody would know what you're talking about, but we do.
oh my gosh, you guys, that is so funny.
We're gonna get kicked off of YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we have
okay, so we can have the other Wendy see if she could just bust out a cow pattern from
Yeah,
her.
Kim was gonna ask her.
well, I
Shawl
mentioned
pattern.
it to her, but we'll see how if she has time. I don't know if she'll have time to do it by then. So
Okay.
if not, I mean, Wendy, I know you're watching, so if you want to, but she has a lot going on too. So if not,
yeah.
then we'll find something that would be like in the, DK-ish weight, I would say, just
Yeah.
'cause that's a pretty good default spin weight. And
Not
then maybe
anymore.
4 to 6 ounces-ish.
Mhm.
Look at Lisa. It's like DK.
I'm like,
What the
I'm
heck
at
is
lace weight
DK?
now. I'm like, I
know.
went
Well, this will
from
be a
worst to
good,
But
you could do
but
a
if
3
it's a
ply
yeah,
lace.
or a 4 ply.
What's a 3-ply?
three
Or
flies.
you can practice getting heavier weight yarn.
Lisa.
I have some beautiful Shetland that I can hardly wait to make a cowl out of. I haven't spun it yet.
This week, actually with this video, with this video is going to be all the making of that Shetland fiber. So,
Yikes, that's awesome.
okay, so we have, hold on, let me count.
Without much further ado,
Not much for everybody's like, can we just know if we won or not? For the people that are watching. Okay, so we had 22, 23. Let's say we had 23 people. Well, 22 because Allison was the first one to win. So she gets, Allison is not, okay.
She's not a hand
So
spinner.
Allison is gonna get
oh,
Cute.
the bag that Lisa made. for
That
being
is
our first, and she
beautiful.
finished on the 13th.
14th, 13th.
So yeah, not
Beautiful.
far behind. And I think the next one was Christine finished February 17th. So she was right there too.
Christine from Y'all Hats.
Yes.
Good job, Christine.
Bubby's mom, better known as Bubby's mom.
Yeah, I met her for the first time because we family owned property in Y'all Hats. And so we arranged to meet each other because I knew her from
Aw.
Knit Camp. So that's how I know her. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
this is sweetie.
Okay, so we have 5 other gifts, and so we'll just pretend like this is hand spinning, but if somebody wins and they're not a hand spinner, then I'll have yarn to substitute, and then we'll just put this fiber into the next spin along.
No, then
Sounds
Wendy
good.
and I will take it. It'll be fine.
Sure.
You'll take it? You guys will take it? Oh,
Yeah, Wendy and I will do it. Yeah.
you're so sweet. All right, so one
Problem
gift we have
solved.
is
There
this
you go.
beautiful merino oatmeal colored that I stashed away and hid for
pretty.
just a special occasion.
I just want to mush it.
Also have, even if you only have one, you can
Oh.
have 2, one of the Lumos lights for your neck.
Oh, that's a cool one.
You can never have too many because when they're not charged, then you need another one. And
I love mine.
Yeah, I need to add that to my Amazon card.
Well, just go to Lumos. Go directly to Lumos.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
what
even
they'll
think it's on
do
Amazon.
is they will say, oh, by the way, would you
need
like
3 more.
another?
Oh,
And they give you 60% off.
okay.
It just gets
Yeah.
better.
And then we have 3 little
You
fibers.
just spend more money.
Yeah,
Yes.
it worked on me. It worked on me.
It hooked me.
So we have 3 fibers that Tammy donated to.
They're so pretty and
That are
shiny.
all from Greenwood. We've talked about Greenwood. We've
Mhm.
we've waxed poetic in that, but look at, so there's 3 of them.
Mm.
So
That pink is amazing.
Mm.
everybody gets to pick a number between 1 and 23. That's
We
how
do?
we're doing it. So
Oh,
Wendy,
each one of
you go.
us?
You get your first number because I already have everybody written down that was entered
cool.
with a number,
Okay.
so I can just then say, okay, they're winning this.
Who's
Okay.
speaking first?
Wendy,
Okay.
17.
17. Oh my gosh, can I read it? I have Reets in Claire. I didn't look up their real name, so I'll go back in Ravelry if I have the Ravelry name, but it's Reets in Claire.
Yay.
That
Congratulations.
Good job.
And if I'll message people on Ravelry But if you see this before I message you, then just message and say, I won. I'm a spinner or a knitter or a crochet. Just let me know if you want fiber or yarn and we'll make it happen. Alisa, you're up.
Number 7.
Number 7. That's
I wanted 13, but-
Colette, which I
Oh,
think is June. I think that is June.
I think you're right.
She's in Virginia. She's in Fiber Club and everything. I think that's her. And this was, if we're correct, this was her first sweater.
Wow.
And I know if it's her, if I'm
Congratulations,
correct, then she's a hand spinner. And I don't think she's done yet, but she was making good headway. So
Well,
So
Jan-
it's 1 through, you said it's 1 through 24?
1
3.
through 23.
Oh, 23. 20.
20. Oh, yay. That's Jenny. Jen with the
Hey,
yellow
Jen.
sweater. I know Jen's a hand
Congratulations.
spinner, so we'll have some pretty fiber for her.
oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna pick, oh my gosh, 11. And that is Creative Mama, and I know Creative Mama finished. I have her marked on the finished. So Creative Mama, just let me know. And we have, so that's 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more numbers.
23. Because don't you hate being last and nobody calls
I
your number?
know.
23 is Pat. And Pat finished hers, and she was not in the Ravelry, but she emailed me. her code.
Oh, goody.
Yay! Way to be
Good.
good.
If I can find it, I will go ahead and insert her picture here.
So you need one
Sure.
more number?
Need one more number.
10.
10. 10 is Cami.
Oh,
Yay. I'll put a picture of Cami here. She posed for it, so we'll show her
I
in her
know.
Calliope.
her beautiful pink sweater.
Oh, gorgeous.
Oh,
And she started swatching for her new sweater, and it's equally gorgeous.
How
Ooh.
fun.
Enough that we all wanted to jump on her and grab her knitting and run away with it to make our own.
Pretty much. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the truth.
Cool, you all. Good job. Good job to everybody. This
Job
is
to
my
everybody.
fastest sweater ever, so that is for sure.
Thanks for playing along.
Congratulations, winners. Congratulations, knitters. We did our
all
first knit
winners.
along.
And if anybody isn't finished, just keep going. Finish it.
Yeah.
when you Finish it, but don't put it away in the corner because you're probably it's too easy to put away in the corner. Just finish it. And
Yeah.
then if you're thinking about knitting it, I think we've talked enough about how it's a good pattern. And there's so much in the thread on Ravelry,
Mm-hmm.
or
The-
if you get stuck.
The sleeves actually went quickly.
Mhm.
I don't know
I
why.
agree.
I know. I don't understand why this sweater was so quick. I guess just because, I mean, I imagine lots of it is because we were all doing it together. And so it just was that
Mhm.
incentive to and there was
Mhm.
sort of a deadline and knowing everybody was cruising along and watching finish helped finish. So
Yeah.
yay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks to you all for coming up with the idea and then being willing to go with it a little bit further. Yeah, we'll do. So we should look for some good or if anybody watching has a good pattern, it'd be lovely to do. I mean, I love all the big designer patterns, but it's always nice to try to find a designer who's not quite as big, who could would be very happy if a bunch of us bought their pattern.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if we come up, I would say something that's in the DK-ish weight, and I would love to have a crochet pattern too.
Mhm.
I'm not a crocheter, but I know some of the viewers are, so maybe they could help with that.
Mhm.
Something
Yeah,
that would
no,
be
that's a great idea.
I like
Lisa.
that one that is layering. And who was starting that at this last time at knit time? You know, where it has the big holes in it, but it drapes so nice. You
Who was
made it.
that?
I made it.
You made it, right? It's the cowl and it's here, and then it has a
Oh, the Arbutus by Jane
Arbutus.
Richmond. Yeah,
yes.
that was really nice. Yes, Amy was knitting on that.
Amy, yes.
That
Yeah.
would be good. That's a fun little knit too. Okay,
I
cool.
think that'd be a good one.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I saw one the other day. It had a pretty little fern pattern in it.
Ooh, that would be fun too.
That would
for
be really
using.
pretty, but I can't remember the name. But I'll
It would be fun
come
to
up
have
with it.
something. Somebody mentioned doing a hat that was multicolor, which would be nice because a lot of us end up with little bits of hand spun too.
Yeah.
So we could do something
Let's
that
see.
has 2 colors, and that would be nice too. Or
Yeah.
just a little bit of. And then anybody who's not done any amount of color work would be able to play with it. But it would be really nice for people. I know there are, well, we all know there's a lot of hand spinners that do not knit with their or crochet with their own stuff.
Yes.
A lot.
This is crazy to me.
I know. Now that
Yeah.
you're in this world, you're like, what are you doing?
I'm
Well,
looking
As
at
I
my
have a
wall
pile
of-
right
I
here.
know. That's why. But I mean, it's true. Even at mill day, like a lot of people are hand spinners, but a lot of people of us that are hand spinners are knitting with commercial yarn, which is funny.
Yeah.
Right? Even though we have all this beautiful stash at home. So encourage the, and
Yeah.
as Judy
I
would
can't
say,
find it.
Judy's not here, but Judy is in, she shows up to all my Zooms, which I just love so much. She's like in every Zoom, and I appreciate her so much for her support, but she's pretty new to spinning within the year, and she tries to encourage everybody because you learn so much about your yarn by using it, right? Like
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
imagine.
so much. Like my very first hand spun sweater that I did in my, I mean, a lot of my stuff is in my own sheet, but I spun it just a little bit too light, so it pills a lot. So it's something that
Oh.
I'm working on and I wouldn't necessarily, because I wear it more, and so I
Mhm.
wouldn't have necessarily known that. So now as I work on my long draw, the big thing I'm working on is like just putting a little more twist because you'll get less pilling. So those little things. But if you never use it and it just sits there, then you don't know.
Yeah.
Let me look. I'm gonna try and find that. I was looking for it. It's on Ravelry, and I put it in my favorites, but oh well, it'll come up.
Find it. Yeah, I'd say let's goal for April. And also then it's getting a little warmer, so a smaller project is kind of nice.
That is nice.
You know. That it. I love and appreciate you all and everybody watching for sure.
Yay.
All right. I will hopefully see some of you at Mill Day. This is most of my video. Mill Day is this Saturday, 11 a.m. late start for anybody who's coming that is used to the 10 a.m.
Well, thanks for the reminder.
Yes. Farming schedule has gotten a little cray and I got to get out of the house a little later. So 11 a.m. I'll see those of you that are
Putting
coming.
it in my calendar now.
Yep, 11 a.m. it is.
Yay, yay. All
And I'll
right.
bring donuts because I owe Wendy a donut now. she got kicked out of the drawing.
She's like, I never would have done this damn thing. How'd you guys
Well, I know.
kicked out?
Forget it. If I
Elise's
don't
like,
get
I didn't
that,
even want to do this to begin
What
with.
a waste of time that was.
It's horrible. I got nothing out of it. Nothing.
Nothing. I have nothing to show.
All right. I love you all. I will see you and talk to you all soon. Thank you.
bye.
Have a good day, you guys. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I hope you had fun with that. It was obviously fun for us to film. There was a whole like 10 minutes before that too, but before we actually started. But obviously I thought this was going to be like a 10 or 15 minute Zoom, but no, we had lots to talk about and share about and all that stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much that joined. I look forward to the next spin along, knit along, crochet along, whatever part you want to join in on. We will be thrilled to have you in it. So come on, join the fun. And that's all I've got this week. I will see you next week with lots of processing videos. And until then, stay healthy, be kind to all of your neighbors all over the world. What a concept. And make so many pretty things until I see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.